Today we're going to be doing What If Deku Had Sense Powers, Part 1. So, our story is going to start off with Deku being born, and pretty much the doctors had thought that he had a mutation type quirk because just look at Sense. Like, he pretty much looked like Sense, to be honest. Well, his hair is like inverted colors of green, pretty much. So, yeah. Anyway, skipping to preschool, people kind of like Bakugo got his people start getting their quirks. So, Inko took Deku to go see the quirk doctor. And it was and the doctor's quickly talked it up to, hey, he has a mutation type quirk, and they take him back to school. Well, wait, no, backtrack. They did the test on him. They determined like he doesn't have a quirk because of the extra joint in his toe. So yeah, they take him back home. And then the next day, when Deku goes to school, Baku's like, "What's your quirk?" He was like, "I don't have one." So Bakugo, I'm gonna make Bakugo 2 times worse. So Bakugo just starts trying to wail on Deku, and this makes Deku kind of like puts his hand forward and just makes him go flying pretty badly. Like he went yo. So he hit the wall like hard. He went through the wall pretty much. Yeah, he went to the wall. Went through the wall, and just saw that. Then Inko had to drive back to the court doctor because it was like, okay. So then they start doing tests, and they was like, okay, here's what he can do. He can pretty much, he has telekinesis. He can make a person ridiculously heavy. He can make him like 100 times heavier, but it won't kill him because I don't want nobody to die yet. So he can make a person like 100 times heavier, and let me think. He can summon blasters, like these, gaster blasters, which can pretty much evaporate anything it hits. But they also learned that he can control like how powerful he can make these gaster blasters be. So if he wants to, he can make them have like I forgot what it's called, some type of force, pretty much. Or he can make them just like lasers and incinerate people. Yeah. So now we're going to the start of the anime. Teacher did the whole thing. He throws the papers. Oh, we want to go to UA. We all want to be heroes. Throws the papers. Deku being smooth. When they hit the ground, they made them land perfectly on the spot in the pile. He's like, oh, thank you, thank you. He's like, yeah, no problem. and then the teacher's like, only 2 people want to go to UA. Wait, hold on. Bakugo was like, what? How did this? He was like, what loser wanted to go to UA with me? I'm the only capable person in this class. And it was like, oh, Izuku Midoriya also want to go to UA? And he was like, what? He tried. So then after that, the bell rings. Everyone leaves, and Deku just chilling. He's not. I won't say Deku is lazy. He's more chill and doesn't. He takes his time doing stuff. Pretty much. That's how he moves and stuff. So Bakugo and his goons, I don't know their names, I don't care, go up to Deku and was like, hey, you're not going to UA. You're gonna quit right now. It was like, no. And then he just like, it just teleports. It was like, what? They didn't know he could. Well, he didn't teleport. I ain't say that. He just made him like 100 times heavier, and kept walking. So while they're sitting up here like struggling to move, he couldn't. He just walked out. Said, he's like, "What's wrong? Guys look like you have a skeleton weight on your body." Okay, I'm not doing that anymore. So I thought I was gonna give a pun, but hey, bad puns. So he just walks out, and then like when he gets decent far enough, he was like, let him go. And it was like, oh my god, I hate you, Deku. So yeah. So pretty much he walks under the bridge. He walks under the bridge. Well, he decided to take a shortcut and walk on, even though he could pretty much just teleport. But yeah, he like taking his time doing stuff. So he walks to the under the bridge. I think that was called. So he walks under there, and the people was like, "Yo." And then the Sludge villain was chilling under the drain, and then tried to attack Deku, but I'm gonna say that if someone tries to like sneak attack Deku, he can pretty much like make a the Gaster Blasters will just be like automatically attack for him, so if he's not paying attention. So yeah, that's how I'm gonna have it. I'm sorry for that noise. He's gonna, well, if you heard it, you probably didn't. But so the Sludge Villain tries to jump on Deku, but the Gaster Blaster was like, not today. It just knocked him back. He put a hole right through him, and it was like, yo, that hurts. And this Deku does have karma as well, so he can't. So that hurt it like a lot. The Sludge was like, oh, it hurts. And All Might just came in. It's like, I am here. And Deku just chilling. He's wearing a hoodie, so yeah. And then All Might comes in. It's like, I am here, and just did a slap thing. And this one's like, yo, just take me in. This kid's crazy. I shouldn't even try to attack. It is almost like, okay. And then he put him in a bottle and jumps off. And I would say Deku doesn't really. Hold on a second. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to do something real quick. And as I was saying, I wouldn't say Deku really like looks up to All Might. He really doesn't, because he didn't really see a reason why. Because he's pretty powerful in general. And almost like, yo, what's your quirk? Big was like, none of your business, and just teleports. He just teleports because he doesn't really like talking to people, and he really doesn't like All Might in general. He doesn't hate him. He just kind of see him as arrogant. So yeah, he teleports like a few blocks away. I won't finish walking away home. Then you just hear like a big old explosion off in the distance. So he was like, I wonder what that is. Take a shortcut or teleports, whatever one you prefer, I guess. And he teleports to the explosions and was like, yo, what's going on? And the dude was shocked by the way Deku looked and was like, oh, he thought it was a villain, but he was like, oh, wait, no, he's not a villain. And then he was like, oh, well, what's going on? Is this kid got stuck in slime and we can't get him out? And he was like, I guess I gotta help. And then he just walks up, and then like he was like, yo, no, kid, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. No. Kevin Hart meme. So he just snatches him out of the slime, like using telekinesis, and just pull him forward. And then he walks up to the Sludge Villain, and the Sludge Villain's like, oh no, not again. Another Kevin Hart reference. But for real, seriously though, the Sludge Villain was shook, and he was like, yeah, no, please, not again, kid. And he was like, too bad. It's like, you're gonna have a bad time. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And he was like, and then he just summoned like two, not big, but like a how big should I make these Gaster Blasters? I'll make these Gaster Blasters about mini car size, and he just like tearing most of the like just instantly just obliterating most of the sludge off of this, not off of, but obliterates the sludge villain. Jesus, I can't talk today. And people's like, oh my god, what is this quirk? It looks like telekinesis and some sort of blaster. And then people like just started surrounding Deku. The hero tried to score him, but they couldn't get through the crowd, so they didn't care really. And it was like, yo, it went to Bakugo telling how brave he was and all that stuff. And they start like And then people was like, yo, good job, kid. You're strong. What's your quirk? And he was like, I'm gonna say Deku really doesn't like telling people his quirk because he doesn't like giving away his secrets. So he's like, why do you care? And then just walks around a corner and people try to like follow him, but he's gone because he took a shortcut to his house and he's now in the room. And then he tells mom what happened, and well, she already knows because she was literally watching it on TV, pretty much. They was like broadcasting it, and yeah, so yeah, so for the so for the 10 months, Deku really just like, well, All Might. Hey, hold on a second, I'm getting ahead of myself. So All Might is basically like looking for Deku. He's like, yo, where's that kid? He's strong. He probably can take my one for all. I was about to say all for one. He can take one for all, and he can be like super strong. And then he looks for Deku, but he doesn't find him because he took a shortcut to his house. He was like, dang it, he might be at UA. That's probably where I can find him. He's probably gonna be in UA. Yeah, that's where he's gonna be. He's gonna be in UA. He's definitely gonna go to UA. So for the 10 months, I'm going to say that Deku is going to be training his telekinesis in his body a little bit because he has noticed that, yo, I'm pretty frail, so I might need to work on that just in case. But just think that's a little backup because I don't want to die when hit. Reference. Not a reference, but you get the point. So they tried to like, well, not they, but he pretty much trains his telekinesis. So now I'm gonna say that he can summon like about 20 Gaster Blasters on command, or like 20 big ones and like about 100 small ones, because I like making my characters overpowered. So on the way, like walking into UA, because he doesn't like using his powers as much. Well, he does. He uses them whenever he thinks he needs to. So he walks to the entrance exam, and y'all know how smart Sans is. Sans is ridiculously smart. Like, he knows like time travel and all that crazy junk. So this Deku's a genius, and he aces it. Well, the written exam, he aces it like perfectly though. Like top score you can get, and you fix some of the answers on there too, because why not? And he goes into the little waiting room, and he sees President Mike. President Mike like, oh, this kid got done quick, and he was like, I passed, pretty sure. And he's just chilling, and they just start talking because Sans is cool, dude. So I'm making Deku pretty cool, chill, nonchalant dude. And yeah. And then Ida, and then President Mike starts explaining about the robots and stuff, the points. And then Ida started doing that thing where he's like, oh, you forgot to mention this robot right here. This is a bad example of UA. And then he start pointing at Deku. And he was like, they was like, yo, bro, what did I do? I ain't even do anything. I'm just chilling. And he was like, you're distracting these people. And then Deku looks around and notices everyone like staring at him because he has a bunch of error signs popping up around him. It was like, because yeah, he pretty much got a bunch of error signs. Like just all this, you know, how basically pretty much like this picture, like the errors. And so yeah, so they was just staring at him. He was like, I can't help that. Hey, they want to look, they can look. And then he just walks off to the entrance exam. The physical exam, my bad. So he gets there. Oh yeah, by the way, that trip scene didn't happen, but he gets there and he knows he was off nervously, and he walks toward her. And then Ida sees this and he tries to like follow Deku and tell him like grab him not to. It just gets hit in the wall instantly, just can't go any further. He's like, what the heck? It kept going, but the people could walk through it where he couldn't go. So like, yeah, he couldn't go, but everyone else just walking around like, what the heck's wrong with this guy? This guy's weird. He was like, no, I'm not weird. So then Deku's like went up to Yoraka and like, hey, what's wrong? You look kind of nervous. And she was like, yeah, I am kind of nervous. And he was like, don't worry about it. It's not that big of a deal. Just try to take deep breaths and relax. And that helped Yoraka a lot. And she was like, wow, thanks. So yeah, when the gates open, Deku just like teleports instantly into the center, and start whacking on robots. And well, he could have ran to the center, to be honest. And Deku's pretty fast. Well, Sans pretty fast. I'm gonna say like Sans like Mach 20 because of the lightning scaling and stuff. So Deku out here just he's just destroying robots left and right. Bang, boom, pow. And he just like pretty much just like I was wrong. Sorry about that again. Anyway, what was I? Okay, so pretty much Deku was wilding on these robots and doing all that crazy junk. He wasn't trying to show like his bone powers pretty much because he can't control bones and stuff. He doesn't want to show off like his trump cards and secrets, so he's pretty much just using telekinesis. It was like, oh, so this guy, they was like thinking, oh, so this guy's quirk's telekinesis and pretty strong. And then 0 Pointer and Deku was just like walking right towards 0 Pointer, and then you just see a bunch of people just running opposite of where he's going. He was like, what the heck? And then Deku was like, oh, well, it's not my problem. He just started walking away, and then hear like a girl screaming. He was like, oh crap, I gotta go. Well, it's the right thing to do. And he walks up, and the 0 Pointer is about to step on him, and he just like flicked his hand up, and the 0 Pointer just went going straight up, like about 100 feet in the air, just gone, like. And everyone was like, what the heck happened to the 0 Pointer? And they look up, like they use the cameras to look up, and they see the 0 Pointer just like float midair. And it was like, they were just like, they jaws dropped. And I was like, oh my god, how strong is this kid? And Deku's not even breaking sweat. He's just chilling. He's like, oh my gosh. And then he put his hand back down and he put his hand back down and just slams it into the ground. It's like breaking it instantly. And then like everyone sees this and they're like, holy crap, this kid is strong. And All Might's there. He's like, that's my successor. he's like, that's my successor. I gotta find that kid. I gotta figure that kid out right now. That's my successor right there. That's what he didn't say that out loud. He's thinking this. And then he's thinking that, yo, that kid, that's my successor. I gotta talk to him right after this. But Deku's like, oh, that's cool. And he helps get all the stuff off of her. And Deku helps her like walk to recovery girl. And she like pretty much heals her. And then she was about to tell her thanks, and then she just sees Deku walk behind the corner, and then she looks behind the corner and gone. He's gone. He was like, what the heck? He's like, what the heck? And then yeah. So yeah, after that, Deku's going home just chilling, and his mom was like freaking out. I was like, oh my god, did you get in? Did you get into the? You think you got an UA? He's like, probably. He's like, probably. And then the next day, well, I ain't gonna say the next day, a few weeks later, he gets his interest letter. And the people's like, and then All Might was up, and then All Might popped up and was like, congratulations, you have gotten UA. And it was like, oh, that's cool. And then because he's nonchalant, he's really nonchalant, to be honest. And he was like, oh, that's cool. And then All Might said, not only that, but you got the highest on the physical exam. You got 300 points. And he was like, oh, that's cool too. And then what's his name? What's that dude's name? I'm just gonna call him the rat president. I don't know. Little rat person. I forget his name. The little rat person walked up and was like, yo, you also got the highest on the written exam. Nezu, that's his name. I'm sorry, Nezu. Nezu walked up and was like, yo, you got the highest on the written exam as well. You straight ace. You even fixed some of my answers on there. He was like, all right, cool. Digger's like, all right, cool. And the people, and then like a few weeks when he walks in like the first day of class, and he walks into class, and the people there, Bakugo sees Deku walk in. He was like, what the heck? What the heck? How do you get in here, nerd? I was like, I don't know. How you get in here? He's like, he just went quiet. And your Raka, like, sees Deku. And she just, like, walks up to him, like, thank you for saving my life. And Ida also walks up to Deku and was like, I did not know that there were other points besides other points. And, he was like, nah, I ain't know either, dude. He was like, and then, and then Ida was like, what the heck? I thought he knew. It was like, it was just the right thing to do, dude. And people. So then, after that, Aizawa woke up and said, shut the freak up. And then everyone looks at Aizawa in a little bag. And then Aizawa sees Deku and he's just like, what the heck? Why the kid looks weird? Aizawa was like, why does this kid look weird? And then he was like, oh yeah, that's the kid who got the highest. Like he just legit just lifted up the 0 point with no effort at all. And I was gonna say this, just give you an idea how strong Deku's telekinesis is. He could have really wanted to just lift up that 0 point with one finger, pretty easily. No effort at all with one finger. That's how much his kinesis are, because he's pretty much been training his whole life. So yeah, that's just to give you an idea on how strong his telekinesis is. So moving on, I was like, okay guys, quirk assessment test. It's time for a quirk assessment test. I don't know why I did that. I just thought it sounded cool. Time for a quirk assessment test. And they was like, all right, cool. So he went up to the thing, and I was like, oh, you got first, so you throw the ball first. And Dick was like, okay. And then I would like try to like cancel his quirk, but I'm not. Dick doesn't have a quirk. He just stands his powers. Like no, he doesn't have a quirk. So he just throws it and just like flicks it, using his telekinesis to like. I'm gonna say he used telekinesis to enhance his strength. Like he basically did Delaware Smash pretty much, and just knocked it forward. His finger didn't break because his telekinesis strengthens everything, like his bones and all. So he just flicks it and and then launches into orbit. And it was like infinity. And then Bakugo's shocked. He's like, what the heck? How the heck did this nerd get infinity? And then Bakugo just went up to Deku and was like, how the heck are you so strong? And tried to use explosions on Deku, but he just dodges it. And plus, not only that, Aizawa canceled it. And then everyone else did the thing. And then the side-outside lunges. I'm gonna do the race first. So when they did the race, he was like, this kid's pretty powerful. But I gotta show him how fast I am. He just ran toward the thing, Majig. Like started running towards the finish line. And the second that like he went, like Deku is fast as heck. Like he's pretty fast. I make him fast. He go Mach 20, pretty much. And he runs to the I lost my mind for a second. Okay, I remember. So he run through the race and just instantly be there. And Ida was like, what the heck? This kid got teleportation quirk too. And Dick was like, I won. And just walks off. And as I was like, 0.0, 0.0. I can't say it. 0.001 seconds. Cool. He was like, okay. It was like, this kid's fast too. And then yeah, and pretty much Deku pretty much aces everything. So yeah, he pretty much aces everything. I'm just gonna say that. And because he been working on his body, so it's like canon Deku build pretty much. And yeah. Oh, you know what time it is? Hero versus villains. So All Might comes in, hey, coming through the door like a normal person. Does that? And everyone goes crazy. They was like, start clapping, I guess, because he don't see weird. Because he's always thinking about himself and how he looks and stuff. So he's like, I don't want to seem weird. So he started clapping. And Deku, All Might notices Deku. It's like, yes, Deku's my successor. Yes. You start, but it's like, oh, Izuku, and everyone started looking at Deku, and then it was like, oh my god, and it was like, oh, I might know this kid. And Todoroki catches onto that. He was like, could this be All Might's son? But it's not. It's not All Might's son now. So, hold on a second, real quick. Anyway, like I said, Todoroki's like, could this be Deku's? I mean, All Might's son, and he was thinking this, but it's like, nah, couldn't be. So anyway, so they go out to the building or whoever they're doing. I'm gonna pair. Who should I pair Deku with? I'm gonna say Momo. Why not? Because so it's Momo and Deku versus Bakugo and Todoroki. So it's gonna be good. So they're outside. And Momo asked Deku like, "Yo, what's the plan? What's the plan?" And Deku's like, "I got an idea. You can make anything, right?" And then Momo's like, "Yeah, pretty much." And then, hold on a second. Sorry for that. So Deku asked Momo, "Hey, can you like make anything?" And Momo's like, "Yeah, pretty much." He said, "Can you make some ladders?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, "Okay, I got an idea." And she makes, and then what's the plan is basically, Momo makes a ladder to get to the top building, and she used the same, and then she could like drill a hole into the thing, and drill a hole into the floor, and find a bomb. Pretty much, that's the plan. And then once she finds the bomb, she just like radios Deku, and he was like, "All right, cool." So then Deku basically told her like how Bakugo was gonna pretty much come and try to tag me, pretty much. So yeah. So Deku was walking through the hall, and then he just hear like, and it started getting closer every time he hears it go off. So, oh, that must be Bakugo. And then Bakugo flies around the corner and tries to attack Deku pretty much like he did in Canon. And he was like, yeah. But then he just went through Deku, and he was like, what the heck? And then it just went flying into a wall. He was like, what the heck was that? And he was like, what? I just dodged. And then Bakugo's like, okay, this Deku's fast. Okay, I gotta. And also, Todoroki pretty much freezed over the building. But I'm saying Momo made like some shoes to protect her from it. So yeah, he freezes like the building. But yeah, Deku's using his telekinesis to make a small little gap where he's walking on. And Bakugo, it's like, and just start raging at Deku and just start trying to punch him. And Deku just like dodging effortlessly. Like, he did like a yawn and just waved it. He did a yawn. He's like, oh, I'm tired. And he just made like 7 of himself like surrounding him. And Bakugo was like, what the heck? Bakugo's like, what the heck is this? And Deku's like, Deku's like, oh, nothing. I'm just moving. And then Bakugo tried to punch away and just phases through it. He's like, what the heck? What's going on? And then Deku just karate chops from the back of the neck, using his telekinesis to enhance his strength a little bit, and knock him out, pretty much. And he's done. Put the quirk cancel on the table around him, and yeah, Bakugo's captured. And then out of nowhere, Momo hears, I found the bomb. And Deku's like, all right, cool. I'll be up there in a minute. And he takes a shortcut. He turns the corner, and he's up there. He's like, all right, cool. Like I'm gonna say, like the way his like shortcuts work, this is how I want it to be. Is when he takes a shortcut, like cameras are watching him, it'll just glitch out for a second, and he'll be there. And the people watching like, what the heck? And they was like, what the heck was that? It must be a camera glitch. That was a retarded joke. Must be a camera glitch. So he continues. So yeah, he makes his way to Todoroki, and Todoroki's like, I'm better than you. I have daddy issues. Eat my ice. Okay. Let me stop these jokes. Alright, so Todoroki fires off like a big old wall of ice because, you know, Deku did come first in the inches down, and Todoroki want to see how strong Deku is. And the ice is coming at Deku, right? So he just flicks his hand to the like left, and the ice just went right to the left, and it hits the wall. Todoroki was like, what the heck? And then And then he starts shooting more ice, and he's just flipping it in all types of directions, pretty much. Well, he's not flipping it towards Momo, and Momo's like drilling a hole in the wall because Todoroki's too busy on Deku. He's like, all right. So, and, like, and then Deku's like, all right, that's enough of that. And he summons a gas blaster for like a split second. So he does, because he doesn't want people to see his like powers and stuff. To fire a small little blast, like a Hadouken. Think of it like that. The concussion, I don't know what I'm trying to say. The concussion force pretty much knocks Tohi off into the wall. He put like some cracks in it. He didn't want to hurt nobody, just enough to like knock him out. Toguro down, wraps him in quirks on the tape, and him and Momo touch the bomb together, like, ding! and then almost like Hero Teams wins. And what's sad is that Bakugo didn't have a chance to use his freaking, I don't know what the thing's called, like the gauntlet attack thing. He couldn't even use that on Deku. It's like, darn it, I wanted to use that attack. I couldn't even use it. Dang it. And then in Todoroki, now he's like thinking about life, because like, yo, I'm not the strongest. Oh crap, whoops. Deku's like, yeah, I'm not the strongest. So yeah. Todoroki, not Deku. Todoroki's like, okay, I'm not the strongest, so this kid is strong. So I'm gonna say that Todoroki basically went to his father so he could learn how to use his fire more better. So his fire is more stronger than in canon, pretty much. So yeah. I'm gonna do the USJ next episode. So everyone's talking about like how Deku's like ridiculous strength is, and how like how strong he is. And yeah, that's pretty much what it's talking about. And this is where I'm gonna leave it off. I'm on a time crunch kind of. And if you guys want a part 2, let me know, and I'll give it to you whenever I get a chance to. So I'm working on part 2 right now. So yeah, and let me know if you enjoyed the story or what do I need to improve on. So yeah, see you guys next time, and peace. And and also have a nice day.